Hey folks, Nas here. I appreciate everybody joining me today. Hope you are doing well. We are back in No Man's Sky. We are actually going to be starting a season 2 of my All Alone series. We're going to do it with a little bit different objectives this time. We had some challenges, personal challenges set for myself while I was doing it. You were able to follow along if you wanted to. You can even join the game and all of it. Well, not join the game, it's all alone, so I have to do it by myself, but you can follow along in your own game if you would like. I will be sharing addresses and things like that. Now, granted, if you are not in the abandoned mode and possibly in permadeath, you may not be able to see the bases. So if I share addresses and stuff, you kind of have to be in the same settings as I do to be able to go and see the bases. So if you're in normal mode, chances are you may not see them. So just keep that in mind if I share addresses and things like that. Now, I know that not everybody wants to play a permadeath setting, and that's fine. You can just follow along with your own settings. These are the settings that I'm going to be setting for myself. So it's like a personal challenge. But typically when I play these, I do play in permadeath, and I turn on delete save. So let's go over the rules real quick, and then I'll go over the objectives. So rule number 1, again, no glitching or duping. I know that is a thing in the game and people use it a lot. They rely on it and stuff like that. Again, part of the challenge, no duplications, no glitching, things like that. No expeditions. So expeditions typically are not in abandoned mode setting. So you would have other players, you would be able to acquire things through the expedition that you would not normally be able to acquire in abandoned mode. So no expeditions for this series. Now, Quicksilver Vendor. If you do have items in the Quicksilver Vendor from previous expeditions or things that you have purchased, so on and so forth, I've got a little caveat for utilizing the Quicksilver Vendor. So as far as starships and multi-tools, we cannot collect any starship or multi-tool from the Quicksilver Vendor until you have at least acquired an S-class equivalent first. So you need an S-class multi-tool that you have acquired or leveled its class in the game before acquiring a multi-tool that you may like that is in the Quicksilver Vendor. Same thing for the starship. You have to have an S-class equivalent first. But when it comes to decorations and building rewards, those are fine to use because those don't necessarily affect your gameplay. They're strictly just as they're described, decorations and building, items. So they don't affect your survival rate, basically. Now, once we get into the settings themselves, now here is my All Alone series here. I'm actually going to be deleting this save since we are starting a season 2. There's no sense in me having a season 1. I don't play it anymore. Once I stopped the series, I did not play this. Now, granted, you can see I have my normal play and I have a couple of permadeath plays because these have bases attached to those saves that I don't want to delete these. So when you go and you do my follow along in my glyph videos where I've built bases and stuff, these are the saves that I've built those on. So that's why they say do not delete. That way I don't accidentally do that. Let's see here. Season 1, we're going to delete this. So we're going to hold down middle mouse button while hovering over this. It's going to give you this warning. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. So then you want to continue holding down middle mouse button and boom, it's gone. It's no longer in my list. Let's see here. So we're going to be starting a new game. Now, when we get into starting a new game, we're going to go to custom. Then at the top, you can see here the difficulty preset. We can go ahead and take that to permadeath because that's what I'm going to be playing in. And it goes through and it sets a bunch of settings for you in permadeath. However, we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. So for me, in the rules, all the settings have to be set to the most harsh most difficult, or the most restrictive option. So basically, all of these options have to be chosen as far right as possible. Death consequences, delete save. So if I die in this series, it will automatically delete my save. So I have to start over. Now, universe population, it's typically set in standard. We're going to choose abandoned. That way we're doing abandoned mode. So we won't have any alien life. Now, granted, we'll have animals, and we're going to have sentinels, but that's it. There's not going to be any vendors or anything like that at the space stations or the trade outposts or anything like that. Purchases, we're going to make them as expensive. Inventory stack limits. Now, it is restricted by default when you choose permadeath. We're going to choose harsh. So we're going to have a stack limit of, like, I think 300. So like I could only hold 300 oxygen in a stack. Or sodium or carbon or whatever. You know, if typically in normal they go up to 9,999. Enemy strength, we're going to make it challenging. And let's see, we're on hostile and predators on. Now, ease of use, we've disabled the tutorial missions. Inventory transfer rate is nearby, so it's a little bit closer rather than infinite. Hyperdrive system is specialized. What does that actually mean here? Let's see. Now explorers or between star systems. Yellow star systems may be reached freely, but other system classes require specialist drives to reach. Okay, so that means that we have to have the indium drive and stuff like that, the purple system drive, the Atlantid drive, to be able to reach those. Now, granted, once you have the Atlantid drive, you can go to all of the systems. So that's a good thing as well. You don't have to have each of the different drives installed to be able to go to those systems, but you have to have them to go to the system the first time. So once you have the next upgrade, you don't need the previous upgrade. I probably just made that confusing, but that's okay. We'll go over it later on in the game. Fishing timing, we'll make that challenging. Reputation gain standing. There is no reputation basically in the game, but we're going to turn it to challenging because we're making everything hard. Then, difficulty settings. We cannot change the settings, so we change it to locked. So that's the last rule, to set the settings to lock. That way you cannot go back in and change the settings in the game. They're locked. So you're stuck with what you set in this mode. All right, now we're going to confirm and start the game. Now, while we're waiting for this to load, we're going to go over some of the objectives. Oh, it loaded quicker than I thought. But anyway, we still got to go over some of the objectives. We have to use our starter ship until it's upgraded to the S class. So we can't use any other ship. Now, we can collect the ships, break them down for money, break them down, sell the items for units, but we have to keep our starter ship until we make it an S class ship. Your exosuit, inventory, and cargo. So the technology and cargo, we have to max those out. So that you have to go and gather all the slots for both technology and cargo. We have to upgrade our multi-tool to an S class. Now, we do not have to upgrade this multi-tool. You can collect any multi-tool you want, but you have to upgrade a multi-tool to S class. Then we are going to be making 5 new galaxy jumps. So we're not just jumping to the Hilbert galaxy, which is the very next galaxy. We're jumping 5 times. So we'll, in essence, you're going to be in the 6th galaxy when we finish this this series. And in each of those galaxies, you need to at least build 1 base, which makes sense. That way you can get back to the galaxy. Yeah, thermal protection falling. Okay, I probably should move. Is there a... I don't see a cave. So I'm going to dig a hole so at least my hazard protection doesn't drop anymore. There we go. You can see that little red bar no longer has a white arrow pointing left. That means that my hazard protection is not going to drop anymore, but I'm technically not in a cave, so it's not going to go up. Now, back to building at least one base in each galaxy. The bases have to include housing, teleporter, landing pad, and at least one storage box. So you can't just go and drop your base computer, a power supply, a teleporter, and be done. Because I know some people do that. They go and they just drop the bare minimum so they can get back to that particular base or whatever, so they're in that particular system. No, you need to actually build housing. So you have to, like I like to use the little prefab units. You put a teleporter in it. You want a landing pad, which means that you're also going to need power. So whether you're using the solar panels or the biogenerator, whatever, electromagnetic towers and stuff like that, whatever you want to use, but you need to have power, housing, teleporter, landing pad, and storage for each of those bases. Okay, now we've gotten all the rules out of the way, we've got all the objectives out of the way. It is time to get out of this hole and get started. Oh look, there was a cave right there. I was probably standing right on top of it. All right, let's see if we can get some oxygen here. Gather it, gather it. Nope, it's gonna blow. There we go. Did I get the other one? No, I didn't. There it is. It's always better to grab those three little nodes off of those dangerous plants before destroying it, because you do get more oxygen out of them. What is that? Oh, salvage container. Okay, so we definitely want to gather some of that. We're going to scan our animals because we want nanites. Ferrite dust. Yeah, we need ferrite dust. We need carbon. I see the numbers, but I don't see. There it is. Couldn't see the little health bar on it. An identified plant. We got to scan it. Oh, there's more animals. I see them. Another one over there. I kind of want to go find it. Well, we definitely want to grab some of this. Where'd that guy go? Did he go somewhere? There he is. Perfect. How many we got? We got 3 of 7. Did I scan you? No, I didn't. Thank you for coming over. Perfect. Okay, so we're already halfway through those. Let's grab some more carbon. It says that we have to repair our scanner, but we're using the scanner. Oh, it does. Oh, we're using the analysis visor. Okay, we need the scanner. We need 75 ferrite dust. Let's get... Definitely going to need some dihydrogen. I might as well grab that while I'm here. What has ferrite dust? That does right there. The eptonite has ferrite dust. Now, do I have enough? I do. Let's go ahead and repair that. Perfect. Terrain manipulator. Let's see. The terrain manipulator does not need to be in that. I'm actually going to put that in there. I think that's going to help maybe with our mining ability. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be mining a little bit quicker. We need to grab plenty of carbon. Unidentified. We're going to scan that. Now, oh, there's another one of these little oxygen doodads. Let's see if we can grab this stuff off of it. 1, 2, 3, and run away. Run away! Run away! And then we're going to take the whole plant. Okay. We're going to scan because we need to find sodium. And a little bit of sodium over there. Oops. good. And let's go ahead and use what little sodium we got to charge that a little bit. I see a cluster of something over here. Not this. I think it was the scanner is still charging. Yeah, right there. It looks like a little cluster of sodium right there. That's going to be helpful. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plants. Look at that. We got 116 sodium. Hot dog. Very helpful. Let's find some more. Let me know in the comments if you're actually going to be doing a all alone series of your own. Love to hear about your adventures. Feel free to go and join my Discord. I do have a No Man's Sky section in my Discord. You can actually share your pictures and your adventures and questions, help other players and stuff as well. That link will be in the description. Now here's a plant up here. What does this plant give us? Because some of these plants will help you with some of your stats. So let's go. This is going to help us with our life support. So that's going to be this one right down here. And you can see it does 5% life support. So we can do that, get our life support. You can see the life support number going up in the icon there. There we go, 97%. So we can actually pick some of those if we need to, while we're working our way back over to our ship. Collect it and shoot it. Yep, thermal protection falling. We're probably going to have to find some more. How much do we have left? We have 58 left. Let's go ahead and do a scan. See if we can find some more. Easy does it there, Hoss. Don't go flying off too far. Oop, here's some down here. You know what I should have done was go in that cave. Uh-oh, what was that? What the hell was that? Okay, something bit me, but I don't know what. Alright, well, here we are at the ship. I ran out of my running ability there. There we go. Alright, so my shields are going back up. That's good. Alright, is there a save beacon over here? No. No. Okay, so we're going to hop in, and then we're going to hop out of our ship. Yeah, I know, everything's critically stuff. Then we're going to hop back out. Creates a little save point for us. So if the game crashes or whatever, at least we have a save point. Always 4 oxygen plants at your starship location. You can talk to the iteration if you want. Don't have to, because it doesn't really start a quest for you. But we definitely want to start gathering technology. We're going to talk to the damaged machinery because it may give us something good. And it gave us nanites. Nanites are good. Let's see. I need to change that. Yes, thermal protection falling. Oh, we got a ring around the planet. Good. There's a moon or something above us. That's good. Is there cave? It's so dark. Is there a cave nearby? No? What do we have here? Magnetized ferrite. Okay, that's not bad. Copper. What else do we got? Anything else good? Magnetized ferrite. Phosphorus. We could gather some phosphorus. That would be good for our charging our multi-tool. Alright, so hazard protection. If you hop in your ship, your hazard protection is going to go up. See that little red line over the left hand bottom of the screen? It's going back up. Alrighty, so we need to repair our ship, we need 50 pure ferrite, 1 dihydrogen jelly. I don't know if we can make... We can make the dihydrogen jelly. I gotta make a refiner so we can make the pure ferrite. We need hermetic seal and metal plating. I don't have enough ferrite dust yet to make metal plating. Yeah, so I gotta get ferrite dust. And then... What is that? Oh, that just needs to be charged. It's not damaged. Okay, so then we do need to find stuff to make warp cells. Because we're not on a planet to where we can get storm crystals to be able to make the hypercore. What do we need for the hermetic seal? Condensed carbon. Okay. I gotta go gather ferrite dust. Hey, the sun's coming up. Now I can actually see. Is there... a cave nearby? Yeah, thermal protection falling. There does not appear to be a cave right nearby, but I'm sure that there is one. Let's do a little scan. I want to go and get the buried technology for sure. Don't care about the fossil bed right now. Scan these animals real quick. I don't see anything indicating a cave right now. So let me go out. Let me gather some stuff here. Is there ferrite dust nearby? Let's gather the sodium, ferrite dust. The reason I'm looking for a cave would be able to give me cobalt and potentially carbon and ferrite dust without losing hazard protection. You guys been scanned? You've all been scanned, okay? I'm gathering dihydrogen because we're going to have to make launch fuel probably. Because we are not on a planet that gives me uranium. Let's see. I really need to find... There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get these guys 1, 2, and 3 shooting. Another one. We'll go ahead and grab this. 1, 2, and 3. Shooting. Boom. Okay. Some interesting features there. Let's see. Alright, I guess we'll start heading over to that module. Let's do a scan for sodium. Right next to this ferrite, which we need. We're going to need to gather some of this condensed carbon too on the other side of this ferrite dust. And there, we got to charge that. Okay. Oh, I just used that and I didn't mean to. Dadgummit. I meant to use standard carbon until I got that stuff repaired because I need... Matter of fact, I should probably do. Let's go ahead. We're going to charge this guy up. Can I make a hermetic seal? No, because I used all of my condensed carbon to charge my damn multi-tool. Okay, what we got there? Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can see on my stack limit is 300, so I'm at 297 of 300 on this dihydrogen. Okay. Well, shite. I gotta get some more condensed carbon. Now, can I make... I can. Let's go ahead and make metal plate. I think I only needed 1. Oh, but I do need to make one of these, which is 1 and 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one of those. I'm actually going to pick it up because I'm not going to stand right here and process stuff. So we got our portable refiner we can use, so that's good. We'll do 1 plating again because I used that to make the refiner. Scan here because once I get done with this ferrite dust, I want to try and get some more sodium. Hey, oh, I can't get that big one, but I can get these small ones. I gotta have the advanced mining laser for that one. Where is this thing right here? Below me. Let's grab that. that. Let's talk to the machinery. I don't need the fluids. Sometimes these things will give you, yeah, like that. Upgrade modules. So life support module, put that there. So that's going to increase our life support capabilities. Then I need to charge that. I am literally needing, gosh, I need to find a cave. Mark that, I'm gonna head that direction. Yep, I know, thermal protection falling. Like I need cobalt and ferrite dust so I can make batteries. Oh, what is this? Can I do something with that? Search it. What did that give me? A broken terminal something? Thermal barrier. Hey, ferrite dust. That will turn into ferrite dust. Okay, what is this again? There we go. Good. Stabilizing because I was underground for a second. I do not need Fecium. I do not need Fecium. I'm going to keep telling myself that. I do not need Fecium. Even though I kind of want to pick it up. Okay, there's that. And we're scan. We're going to... Like I'm looking for stuff that would indicate that there is underground cave system, but I am not finding any. So I'm literally running around going from, hey, there's a cave. Hot dog, let me grab this sodium real quick. And we'll head down in that hole.
Thermal protection falling.
Yep, thermal protection falling. Got it. Now, this Morrow bulb, you put it in a refiner, it'll give you sodium. It says temperature level stabilizing, but it's really not yet because I'm still in the opening. Then you can run into hazardous flora in here as well that'll give you sodium and oxygen. This one's giving us sodium, which is good because that's what we need. Can you? No, I can't pick it up, but there we go. That's what I was looking for. But you got to be careful about getting too close because they do spray that little poisonous cloud and it can hurt you. You know, that was weird. I was getting numbers, damage numbers off of it, but the little health circle for it wasn't going down. Okay, we're going to gather some more stuff here. I may not need to do that. Let's see, because I see some more of these. That's going to be oxygen. Now, because I'm in the cave, my hazard protection is completely restored now. Okay. The problem with this cave, I don't see any cobalt. Oh wait, there's might be some there. Yeah, there's some right there. I see an animal too. Can I get that? No, that's a plant. Can I? These are not those. I can't do anything with those. Okay. Where's that animal? The animal is literally right up here somewhere. There he is. Yeah, a little mushroom guy. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Oh, cobalt and dihydrogen. That's good. Alright. I'm going to be in here for a little bit gathering some materials to make batteries, at least. The cobalt for sure. I think I'm going to try and grab 2 stacks of cobalt if I can. Oops, unidentified. Let's scan it. Okay, so we do need 50 pure ferrite. I am still gathering cobalt, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to put down my refiner. I'm going to fill it with just carbon, and we are going to process the rusted metal. So 1 rusted metal is going to get you 2 ferrite dust. I'm going to go ahead and process that, and then we need 50 pure ferrite. So I'm going to process some stuff while I am mining all this stuff out. I don't need silver. So we have our 50 pure ferrite that we needed. Is this going to show us? Can we see what we need? We need the hermetic seal. We got the ferrite, we got the jelly, so we just need the seal now. Can we make the seal? No, because I don't have enough condensed carbon. So what I can do is take some of my carbon and turn it into condensed carbon in the refiner. Now this costs me carbon, so it's not truly efficient. I'm actually going to hold off. Maybe we'll find a condensed carbon plant on the way back to the ship and I can gather some more. Now, I don't quite have 2 stacks of cobalt yet, but I do have enough to where I can start making batteries. So batteries require 10 cobalt, 5 ferrite dust. This will replace the sodium that we've been using for our hazard protection. So we can make one of those and I can hold up to 60. I'm going to use all of my ferrite dust. There we go. I got 30. And then I can collect more ferrite dust. I am going to destroy that silver. I don't need 2 silver on me. Let's see. Life support. I'm going to go ahead and eat these last 2 fire berries. And then I can use some oxygen for the life support. There we go. That'll be fine for now. I don't want to use my dihydrogen jelly because that's going to give us... we're going to be making launch fuel with it. Don't forget to pick up your portable refiner. Get the stuff out of it, and then pick it up. Let's see. How much cobalt do I have? I'm going to finish getting another stack of cobalt so I can make more batteries if I need to. And then we're going to head back towards the ship looking for condensed carbon. Okie dokie. Now, I got some ionized cobalt out of a little geode there. Let's get out of here. I'm going to dig up towards the ship. All right. Let's do a scan. There's some condensed carbon down here, along with a lot of regular carbon. See if we get enough condensed carbon out of this to make that hermetic seal. Did we? Yes, there we go. Hermetic seal. I'm going to gather up all of this carbon right here because there's a big cluster of it. And then we're going to head back to the ship and repair it. Yeah, I know. Thermal protection falling. But we're going to hop in our ship so we don't need to use batteries or sodium or anything. Okay, let us repair our stuff. So we got our 50 pure ferrite. We got our jelly. That's repaired. And then we're going to repair our pulse engine. There we go. Now everything is done. I just realized we don't have any supercharged slots. I'm going to move some stuff around here. Yeah, that should be fine. Separate some stuff. Don't have to, but if I start getting upgrades, I want to be able to put them where we need to. Now, we're going to have to upgrade this ship to S-class. So we're a C-class. We have to have nanites, so we need to be able to do that. But I don't want to leave this planet until... Whoops, wrong window. Until we have found... Oh, I only need one more fauna. Underground. Uncommon. Okay, so we need to spend some more time in a cave. Always active. That's good. Underground. Okay, so we gotta go back down and find a cave so we can find this last guy, because that's going to give us 1,750 nanites by scanning all of those, and then we can move to a different planet, gather materials, and scan the animals on those planets. The salvage data, I'm going to put that in the ship. I need to keep the batteries on me. I don't need the ionized cobalt right now, but I will hold on to it. I'm going to put the dihydrogen in the ship. what do we need to make launch fuel? We need dihydrogen metal plating. How much launch fuel can we make? Oh, none, because I don't have enough ferrite dust to make metal plating. Okay, so we got to gather ferrite dust. I want to start gathering more condensed carbon because that's actually going to be better to use in the multi-tool. It's more efficient than using carbon. I want to gather salvage data. I'm actually want to gather a lot of salvage data because we're going to end up getting the Minotaur, because that's going to actually be safer for us to use since we are in permadeath. We'll be able to travel not necessarily as quickly, but our landings are going to definitely be safer. Let's actually go that way because there's a buried supply that way. And then I'm going to look for another cave so we can... Where'd the buried supply go? It's literally where? Oh, floating in the sky. I guess it would help if I looked up. Because that's where they keep them, apparently. Hey, launch fuel. Hot dog. We're going to do a scan. Weapon needs charging. So I only have 19 of that. All right. Let's use 120 carbon, but it would only need 40 of condensed carbon. So the scanner is charging. There is another buried supply, and that is indicating that there is potentially a cave underneath us. So let's go to the cave. It's like it's just a sliver under the surface. Gotta watch for hazard stuff. No, it's actually getting tighter. Okay. Okay, this is not opening up like I had thought. Well, it is now. Shit, I can't get out of the damn thing. Okay. Let's recharge so we can get out. There we go. Yep, thermal protection falling. Alright, let's mark that module. Ooh, I did see an unknown base. That could be helpful. But let's go to the module first, because I want the buried technology. There we go, grab that. Grab this. Oh, we will take that because we need ferrite dust. Where was that building? It's that way. Actually, it looks like that buried technology is going to be at the building. Grab ferrite dust, because that's the thing we're the lowest on right now. I'm not sure, but is that same relic that I just saw underground? I don't know. We'll find another cave. We've got to find a bigger cave. It's got to have a bigger opening in it. I know my thermal protection is dropping. So, what we're going to do, we're going to click that. You see it's going to take 2 batteries, but we're not using 2 batteries. You can pick it up, hit C on your keyboard, take it down to 1 battery, and then it takes you up to like 90 something. So don't waste that second battery. Just put 1 battery in at a time. What is this? Unknown building. It's just not going to tell me what it is. All right, we're going to save. Check the boxes. Navigational data, nanites, oxygen, projectile, ammunition, and sodium. Good. And we're going to grab this guy down here. Good. And we're going to grab this. Not that. Perfect. We're going to go right in here.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
This little building allows us to charge our hazard protection without actually using batteries or sodium. Perfect. We'll go in this other little building and see what's in here. Let's So you can grab some nanites. We're apparently in a Viking system, because these little things are only in Viking systems. Research specimen. Don't know what that did. Didn't tell me it did anything. And it looks like that's it. So this was nothing. I thought it was a different building. Okay. Oh, condensed carbon. There is another subterranean relic. I know it's not... Where'd it go? I marked it and it disappeared. What the heck? That looks like a cave opening right there. Let's see if we can get lucky. And find an animal in here. What's that? Curious deposits. Now, curious deposits in a highly restrictive storage play it's really not good for nanites. It's extremely slow. Now this could potentially spawn an animal in here. So we're going to kind of hang out in here a little bit. God, I wish there was more carbon and ferrite dust in these caves. Oh, there's an animal. There he is. Hey! We got our last animal. 7 of 7 down on the bottom right-hand side. We're going to hit escape. We're going to go to discoveries. You're going to click on the fauna. And then now this here, hold register completion to collect your 1,750 nanites. Now, yours may be more, it may be less, depending on how many animals are on your planet. But we're going to do that. Now I collected 1,750 more nanites. I'm up to 1,927 nanites. So that's not terrible. Now, early in the game, this is kind of a slow process. Hey, a milestone. What did we get? Naturalist. Discover species on one planet. Perfect. Alrighty, now, so I've got 9 more salvage data. I've got 9 in the ship. I've got 1 fuel. We have a few supplies. I'd really like to get some more ferrite dust, which we can get a little bit. This will give me 140 ferrite dust. But I'd like to gather some more of the salvage data, because one, I can sell a little bit of it to get some money, because we only have 12,000 units right now. Let's see, what is nearby? Yeah, that right there, which we're not going to go through the cave to get to that buried supply, or buried data. I know, it's falling. Everything is falling. Now, because we're making batteries now, well, this looks like it might actually be in that cave. Or it's going to fool us, and it's going to be under... It's going to be so far underground that I can't reach it. Let's switch this, because we are literally dropping in a cave. We're going to go ahead and take care of this guy. And then can we grab that? Yes. Oh man, that was close. Alright, that's some awful tight quarters. Let's get out of here. Okay. I think what we're going to do... Dude, where's my car? There it is. We're going to go back to the ship. And I think we're going to go into space. And we're going to go hit another planet. See if we can scan more animals. And then also collect more ferrite dust. On another planet. Now what this planet really didn't give me anything I could use as far as minerals. So, what was that? Copper I can use, but you can kind of get copper most anywhere. The magnetized ferrite, I don't necessarily want to waste a slot on that right now. Oh, the phosphorus. The phosphorus wouldn't be bad, but I think the condensed carbon would be better to have on us if we are managing our storage, so our inventory, because storage management, inventory management is a thing definitely early in this game, no matter whether you're playing in normal or permadeath or whatever. Alrighty, we are back at our ship. Let me go ahead and hop in here. Now, for those who want to come and visit this system, if you're playing in this mode, I will go ahead and show you the address. Let's see if we can get the address where you can see it good. There we go. So down in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see there, it's in the Euclid Galaxy. That's where everybody starts. And that is the address that you would put into a portal system. So if you are playing in abandoned mode, permadeath. Alrighty, and it looks like we actually have 5 planets in this system, but I don't know what they are yet. I got to get up and go land on each planet, scan it, so on and so forth. Now, let's make some launch fuel. Can I make some launch fuel? Because I know I need plate. I could make 3 launch fuel. Let's put this one in the starship. Let's do that. Put this in the starship because we're holding on to these. I probably want to find a few more. There we go. And we still got almost a full stack of dihydrogen. We got 3 launch fuel. We're at 50% right now. I am not going to use a launch fuel unless we absolutely have to. But finding uranium would probably do better for us. But in a pinch, we can make this because it only takes dihydrogen and ferrite dust. We're going to hop out real quick, create us a little save. And then we are going to take off. Hey, lift off. There we go. We made it to space. Now, let's see. What other planets do we have? Okay, we do need to go to the space station. Can I? No, I'm not. It's weird. Maybe I'm not truly out of the atmosphere. Why can I not? There we go. Ooh, aggressive sentinels. Yay. And it's on a flourishing planet, so that would be a paradise type planet. I'm going to scan that one. Charred planet. Again, phosphorus, copper, and silver. Yeah, don't really need that though. Let's see, what else do we have? Oop. A miasmatic planet. So fungal mold, copper, ammonia, and silver. What else? We only have a couple more we can scan. Are we going to have useful minerals? It's a quagmire planet. Oh, it's actually got sodium that you can actually mine. Okay. Not bad. Where is, that's that. And then that's the planet we were on. So basically, this system doesn't have anything we can use. Well, I say anything. As far as for the ship. Let's see, I've scanned that one. Making sure I've scanned them all. That's 2. Actually, this would be 3. The one we started on is 1, 2, 3 on the screen. Whoop, whoop, go back. 4. And 5, the Quagmire planet. Okay. I mean, mining up some sodium wouldn't be bad. And I could turn it into sodium nitrate. But I'm going to have to go and land on each of these planets, and that way I discover them. And see if there is animals on those planets. But I'm going to go to the space station and see if I can. I'm going to probably sell the salvage data that I have, maybe just a stack to make us a little bit of money, and then there might be something in the space station that I can buy. Alrighty, there we go. Now, this is our ship outfitters back here in the back. We'll end up using that when we either break down ships to make some money, or we upgrade our current ship. Let's head up top here. We're going to go in here into the teleporter room. And there should be, well, this is your multi-tool upgrade station, but there's these little yellow boxes, and sometimes these things have got some really good stuff in them. Grab your nanites if you're in a Viking system. Wow, is that the only yellow box in here? Oh wait, there's another one here. Good. Emergency signal scanner. Oh, we can use that to find a derelict freighter, I believe. And then upgrade suit. Now, the cost of upgrading your suit does go up the more you buy. I think I'm going to go for... Oh, well, obviously I want to go for the free one. So your inventory is going to be free. So let's do that. And then I think my next one I'll probably put in my technology slot, because it was not free. It was 1,600. Now let's go to the other side, because that's going to have the vendor. The Galactic Trade Terminal. Now, are there any... Looking for the little yellow boxes. I wasn't sure if there'd be any over here or not. No, but there is another nanite thing, so we'll extract the nanites. Now, let's see what we got in the trade terminal. Matter of fact, let's see what I have to sell. Now, I did pick up something on the other side of the station. What was it? Quantum Accelerator. That's going to give us 251,000 units there. So we're going to sell that. I can sell this emergency scanner for $1 million. Oh, man. I kind of think I want to sell it. But I don't, because I want to be able to do a derelict freighter. But I don't know if I'm going to get 1 million credits worth of stuff out of the derelict freighter. But I could. I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to keep my salvage data. Because I need the salvage data, because I want to get the Minotaur for sure. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Executive decision. We're going to sell that. There we go. Perfect. That gives us 1 million units. Now let's go back to buy. Let's see what we can buy. Copper is going to be good to have because we can turn it into chromatic metal. I could buy some metal plating. That way I don't have to use my ferrite dust to make some more launch fuel. But is it necessary that I do that? Probably not. Is it necessary that I actually buy the copper? I don't have to have it right now, because I'm fixing to go down to another planet and I'll be able to get copper on another planet. Matter of fact, I think you can get copper on almost every planet. So, no. Other than that, we can't really buy anything. We can't buy dihydrogen. There's no jellies. If we bought jellies, we could make dihydrogen out of that. So yeah, there's really nothing I need to buy right now. Okay, good. But we have money for if we do come across another galactic terminal. then I think we're going to call this an episode. So episode 1 is all done and dusted. We got our ship, we got it repaired, we got some materials on us, we've got some salvage data, so when we end up going to the anomaly, we can end up potentially getting the Minotaur. We made some batteries. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We scanned all of the animals on our first planet. We're fixing to head down. I'm going to go and land on the other different planets and see if there are animals on them. Now, as far as the aggressive Sentinel planet, I'm probably just going to touch down, hop in, or hop out and hop back in my ship and leave, because I don't want to hang around on that planet. I am not ready for that. But anyway, I appreciate everybody joining me for this episode. If you are liking this, definitely click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to go and check out my Discord. The link is in the description below. You can find me on Twitter as well. X. Those links are in the description. Also, feel free to also go back and watch my Season 1 of All Alone if you haven't watched that. I also have several guides on No Man's Sky. You can find those all on my channel. But again, I appreciate everybody being here. You folks take care and happy hunting.